Hey guys, so are you ever wondering how to make a time-lapse video? Well, today I'm gonna show you how to shoot one, edit it, and also all the equipment that you're gonna need for it. So stay tuned for more and watch the rest of the video. Okay, so that was the time lapse, and there's a few things that you're gonna be needing to have, like, to do the time lapse. So first off, you're gonna be needing to have a camera. Like right now, I'm using a Canon T3i. So like any of the DSLRs will be able to do time lapse videos, even though you're not actually gonna be using the videoing part. You'll be actually using the manual camera stills. So you'll just be taking pictures. This is for basically making it look more high res, and it actually makes it look a lot cleaner that way. Secondly, you're gonna be needing an interval timer. So one of these. So this is an interval timer, and you can plug it into the camera, and then instead of basically taking a taking a picture every 5 seconds, like by pressing the shutter every 5 seconds. Like, no one has time for that. So you would use one of these to basically set it up, and you would be just going to the interval part. So one of these. So if you go to the interval part, like right there, and then you just set it up for how many seconds you want to have the picture get taken. So I normally just do 5 seconds because for me that is a normal speed to do it at. You can also do it at like 3 seconds, or say like every 30 minutes, say you want it to get taken. So like that's more for like bigger gaps, but it will take a lot longer. And then next thing you'll need is a tripod. So one of these, you'll be needing a tripod. So basically, you can't do it handheld. So you need this no matter what. You need a tripod. So now you know the equipment that you're gonna need. Now to get into the math section of it. So yes, I said math because there is math in it. Sadly, there's always math in everything. Okay, so the math lesson is basically calculating how long it will actually take you to do the time lapse. So basically, to calculate this, you need to know how many frames are in a second. So there are 24 frames in a second. So basically, in 1 second of video, there's 24 frames. Basically, in a 10-second video, you'll need 240 frames. So 240 images to make up a 10-second video. So you need to calculate that. So how did I get 240? So basically I just times the frame rate by how many seconds I want the video to be. So I want it to be 10 seconds. So I did 24 times 10. So 24 times 10 equals 240. So 240 frames I need in the video. So now it's like, but I want to know how long it's gonna take. Well, I'm getting to that part. So basically, I want my my intervals between each image to be taken every 5 seconds. So basically, every 5 seconds, it's going to take a picture. So that's where the interval timer comes in. So the interval timer will help, especially with this, instead of trying to be like on your watch and go like, okay, 5 seconds, okay, 5 seconds, okay. So instead of doing that every 5 seconds and trying to take the image, it will actually make it more stable if you use the interval timer. You can use the shutter, but I don't recommend that because no one has time to just stand there pressing the button every 5 seconds, or how many seconds you actually pick it for. But this is just the easiest way, is get an interval timer. Well, now most cameras will actually have the interval timer inside the camera. I don't know which models actually do, but mine sadly don't, because mine is an older camera from like 2012. So it doesn't matter on which camera you have. All cameras will work the same if you're just using it as a tool, because in photography there's basically just your eye. The camera is just a tool to get your imagination out. So it doesn't matter which camera you use. But anyways, I'm off topic. So back to topic. So how long it will take to shoot this time lapse, a 10-second time lapse. You're probably saying, well, it only takes like 10 seconds. Like, come on, like 10 seconds here. No, it doesn't take 10 seconds. It will actually take longer than 10 seconds, sadly. It will more take like about 20 minutes for a 10-second time lapse. You're probably like, how the hell did you get 20 minutes? Well, if you times 240 by 5, the 5 is actually from the 5-second interval. So every 5 seconds it will take a photo. So basically 240 times 5, that equals 1200. So it would be 1200 seconds. And it's like, well, I want to know how many minutes. How do I get minutes? So this is actually basic math. It's really basic. So basically, you would then divide 1200 by 60, and that would equal 20. So it would be 20 minutes. And it's like, why would I divide it by 60? So there's 60 seconds in a minute. So you would use 60 for the minutes. So basically 60 seconds divided by 1200 seconds. So then it would just divide it by and making it 20 minutes. So it would be 20 minutes. So that is the basic thing. I can actually write down in the description on how to do this. So I'll leave that in the description down below, so then you can like see it and visually see what I'm actually talking about. So now, since all that is done, we can actually go outside and start shooting. Okay, so we're outside. I need to use my phone because my camera is kind of in use for the time lapse. So basically, when you do a time lapse, you need to make sure that you put the autofocus on the camera like right in manual, because you don't want it to keep on focusing when you're shooting it. And then afterwards, you position your image to the way you want it. Right now, I'm just outside the hospital, right by the Sherman Cut, because you kind of want to have movement in the time-lapse videos. So, and then the next you want to set your interval timer. So then you kind of want to put your interval timer at 5 seconds. So mine's at 5 seconds already. I already positioned my camera to the way I want the photos to be taken. And then basically you set your camera settings up and everything to the way you want it to be. And then afterwards, you just press the play button and it will start taking pictures. But before I do that, I normally always do like a test shot, which I already have done. So you can do a test shot. So basically the test shot will just show you like what it will look like. And then basically after that, you just press play. And then there's 20 minutes that you get to do. So I'll come back to you in 20 minutes and tell you how it went. Because it's probably not going to be fun just standing here watching me do nothing at all. So, yeah. Okay, so we're back, and the time lapse is now shot. So now is the editing part of the time lapse. So to edit the time lapse, you're gonna be needing to have a computer. So I'm using a MacBook Pro, but you can also use a PC. Like you can use whatever computer you have to edit on, because it really doesn't matter which computer you use. For me, I have a MacBook because when I did the photography course over at Mohawk, they made us get MacBooks. So basically, what you're gonna be needing to do is upload all your images onto your computer. So basically, I like to upload my images straight to the external hard drive. So basically, right here is my external. So basically, it's just um, desktop external drive. So it's like four terabytes, whatever it is. It and it holds all my pictures and videos. So I do all the editing and all the photos and everything go straight to this. So then I have more space on my computer, so then it will run a bit faster. So basically, all you do afterwards is just go straight into your computer and just basically edit. So basically, what I'm gonna do is show you like a screenshots of how to edit it and everything. So let me set that up and I can show you. So the way that I do the screenshots is just by doing a recording with QuickTime, because QuickTime can do like screen recordings. So you can do it that way. Okay, so new screen recording, and then just start recording and everything. So basically, it will record everything that I do on my like computer, so you can follow along with me as I do this stuff. So I put everything into my hard drive. So this is my hard drive. It's a 4 terabyte drive. And then basically you want to open up Lightroom. And you're probably like, why are we using Lightroom to make a time lapse? So basically, since it's images, you're gonna be wanting to edit the images the way you want it. So I'll just do like a quick little edits, like just so then you can see how I do the edits. And this probably won't be the best pictures that I've done, but there are some good images that I have done, and yeah. So basically, you go to library, and then you would just go to import, and then so it's gonna import all the pictures from your drive. So basically, I want to import it from Josh's drive, and then I have it. So basically, the way I organize all my photos and videos is by putting it in the years that I've shot the stuff. So basically, since it's now 2018, I would put it into 2018, and then since it's January, it would be in January, and then I just named it as January 19th, time lapse and Sherman cut. So then it just gives me a description of what it's under. So this is the time lapse pictures that I shot. So then I would just import. So since this is the first image, you would just do it from here and just like look at it and be like, oh, let's see what to edit on. So basically, all I do is to make it look nice. Like, I'm just gonna just wing it, and basically just for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna make it just a fast little edits just to basically show you uh, what to do. So I'm just sliding the bars up and down just till I find like what I like. And then for me, I like to like boost clarity a lot. So basically, it just sharpens it in a way. So that's all I do. And then I like to add vibrance and then like some saturation just to make it stand a bit more. And then I don't really do much with the curves and everything, because like I do, but I just don't feel like doing it for this. Just for the sake of this image and for this video and everything, I'm just gonna do it fast, like fast little edits. And if you see this, that's like really distracting. I didn't notice it when I was out there, so I'm just gonna crop in a bit and just move it a bit and do that, and then it looks already better than what it did before. So here's the before and after. So that's before and then after. So before and afters are just basically that you can see what you really did. So basically, this already looks better than what it did before. Like, you can see the colors stand out more. I like doing like over saturated images like this for it. for example. So this is just a fast little thing. So once you like what you have, then you can actually do it for all the other images. And then you're probably just like, but how do I get it for edit all of them like so fast? So that's simple. So you would just go into here, and then you see all those, and then you would just select all, and then sync. So basically, it will just do everything that is on the first image. So you would just select and then synchronize. And then right after, it will do it for every one of the images that you shot. So all the images will be cropped the same, and all the colors will be all the same. The only time you wouldn't really want to to synchronize them all the same is like if you're doing like a day to night. So if you're doing day to night, you probably would want to do first half the first half of it like basically just one thing, and then once it goes to night, then you edit it a different way just to make it look better, so that it transitions correctly instead of making it all like one thing. So basically, since it's all daytime, and since it's all the same times, and it's like the the sun's not changing as much, so it shouldn't really affect it as much. So basically, now it's all saved that way. Then you would go to File and then Export, and make sure it's selected for all of them. And then for me, I exported like this, and then you would go to wherever you want to save it. For me, I'm gonna save it onto my drive, and then go to 2018. Then would put it in January, and then I'll just name this as let's say the awesome time-lapse JPEGs. So I'm saving it as the awesome time-lapse JPEGs. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just naming it this way. And then you would just do it that way, and there you go. Depending on how many files you have and how fast the exporting speeds are, it will take a certain amount of time to export them all. So basically, I shot more than 240. You can totally see this. Like for me, I kind of lost track of time when I was out there shooting. So basically, I shot 182 photos, not 100, 282. So I have a problem of overshooting. So like you can shoot as much as you want, but if you wanted just a 10-second video, then this isn't gonna be 10 seconds. It might be just like a bit more than 10 seconds, but it'll be in the rough range. You can always shorten it in Premiere. So basically, we'll be using Premiere Pro. So once this is done exporting, I can show you how to do it in Premiere afterwards, and how to put it into Premiere. So basically, it it will be quite fun to do. Okay. So yeah, uh, so basically, I'll just let this export all the files, and I won't let you just sit here and wait. So we'll just uh, we'll just wait for it, and then I'll come back once it is done exporting, and I'll show you how to edit it into a video. Editing it into a video is quite simple, so it'll be fast and easy. So yeah. Okay, so it's now done. So it's now done exporting all the files. So now uh, afterwards, you would just get out of Lightroom. So you exit out of Lightroom. I'll skip this time for it. And then afterwards, you go to Premiere. So I have two Premieres. I'm gonna use CC because I like using the newer one. So CC, the Adobe CC suites are basically the cloud, basically. So you can access them on like any of your devices. You need to subscribe for the programs. I finally fallen into doing that. So Premiere Pro CC, I haven't really used that much because I've been using the CS6 because that's what I've had for the longest time. But then I started seeing a lot of the videos about the CC program, and I was enjoying that, so I decided to start using it, and so far it's been a great program to use. So basically, when you open it, you need to wait for it to load. Who knows how long. Okay, so then afterwards, once it opens, you'll get a screen like this, and then a new project, and then you name it to whatever you want it to be named. So I'll just name this as Time-Lapse. Maybe Time-Lapse Awesomeness. Just for namesake, then I can find it easier. And then where I'm gonna like save the file location. I'm not gonna save it in the Premiere part, so I'll just save it into the Josh's drive, and then 2018, and then I'll just save it under blogs because this is part of my blog. So, and then I'll just save it here. And then I'll make a new folder called Premiere Files. So I misspelled files and made it flies. So there we go. So apparently Premiere flies. Apparently. So now I'm gonna just press create and then choose, and then it will save into there. and then just press OK. And then it brings you to this screen, and you're probably like, there's nothing on the screen. Which is true. There's nothing on the screen. So you go to import media, and then basically you would go to 2018 January, wherever you saved the files, and then you would bring them all in. So you would do that, and then image sequence. So you would do that, and then import. So there's the file right there, and there you go. And then you would just put it into the timeline, and there you go. And there's the video. So it will be a bit laggy because it hasn't been rendered yet. So it's like just a bit under 10 seconds, but that's okay. But then if you want to bring it up to like a nicer type of action, you can also do one step further. So you can go to effects controls, and then you want to select the clip that you want to have the action for. Then you can go to motion, and then when you go to motion, you'll actually can do scale. So say you want to have it at, let's see, scale it to like say that much. So you would add a marker right here, like at the beginning of the video. So you would click this icon right there. Then at the very end, you want it to be, by the end, you would just want it to get to 100, right here. So it will give like a nice zooming effect. So what I'm gonna do is now render it. So it's just gonna render the video preview. So it will just like give it a nice little render, just so that it goes by smooth, so that you can see the preview better. And then once this is done, then you can watch it over, and then you can actually add music to it, add whatever you want to it, to just make it more meaningful and impactful. So this isn't the greatest time-lapse that I've done. I've done many more that were much better, but what I wanted to do was to do a time-lapse of the clouds, but there was no clouds, and I was stuck doing just the jolly cut. Basically, you want the time-lapse to show like motion, like of things moving and changing, like clouds moving, because you might not see it like right away in like by looking at it, but when you do a time lapse, it actually makes it look cool. So now the time lapse is done. So now you can watch it, and now you'll see it moves and zooms out. And then there you go. You have your very own time lapse that you made with all pictures. And the nice thing with pictures is you get more high-res photos. So basically a nice high-res video, actually, it would be. So basically you can technically export it as like 4K, I believe. Like, because since it's all images, it would be like a 4K video you can use. I don't know if I'm correct or not, but I'm pretty sure you can export it as 4K. But since I'm just using it for YouTube, then I'm just gonna go to File, and then I would export media, and then once I export it, once it comes up, anytime now, that would be great. And I'll try that again. Export media. Okay, now it's doing something. There we go. So the default settings would be just this, but you can export it, and then basically you can export it and go down to this. So it would be H264. That's what I normally export mine as. And then you can do that, and then you can name the file, and it will be time-lapse. So there you go, time-lapse, and then I don't want it to save in the Premiere folder, so I'm just gonna save it under how to make a time-lapse folder. So I'm just doing it that way. And then save, and then I'll do this and put it as let's see, and then I want it to be YouTube 1080 because I want it to be 1080p, and then yeah, and then you would just export it, and then export. And then, depending on how long of a video you do, it will take a certain amount of time. Some will take longer, some will take less time. You can also like speed up the duration of the time lapse if you don't like how slow it's going. You can make it go faster or slower, or whatever you want it to. So this one, I was fine for how it was going. So basically, it's almost done exporting now. So anytime now, it will be done. And then you can use this into your own other footage if you want. You can import it into another sequence. So that's basically what I'm gonna do afterwards. And there you go. So it's done now. So you can minimize that, and then I'm gonna go into my folder and then go to 2018. Then under vlogs it will be, and then it will be how to make a time lapse. And then I can go to here, and then I can watch it. So there it is. There's the time lapse right there. And you can see the clouds moving. You can see all the stuff moving, and there you go. You can do a lot more editing, but this is just a basic tutorial on how to do the video. So hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then like and subscribe and share the video. So if you know anyone that's interested in doing time-lapse videos, just share this video with them, and hope it helped. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So Hope you enjoyed it. Bye. So, now since all that is done, we can actually go outside and start shooting. So, whenever, yeah. So, here we go. We're gonna go outside. And I'm still sitting here. And still am. Yep. I'm ready to go. It kind of sounds kind of cold out there. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. Kind of sunny outside. Yep. It is a bit sunny. Just a bit. Who knows? It feels warm just by sitting by the window, but looking outside didn't look that warm outside. People are wearing coats. It seems cold. I don't want to go outside. Maybe I'll go outside like in like a few months instead. I don't know. I don't want to be outside. Okay. I guess I'm going outside. See you outside.